Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Benedicto Altavilla, but you can call me Bennett. Last summer, I started working for a fellow named Lou Natali, doing all sorts of construction, mainly carpentry. Over the course of the summer, I got to know Lou well, and we became good friends. I learned about his past and how he became who he is today. He made many investments throughout the years, which helped him become a fairly wealthy individual. One of the investments he made about 12 years ago was a plot of land on an island off the coast of Panama called Bocas del Toro. This podcast will be about this investment and my trip over there. So to rewind a little, about midway through the summer, Lou asked me if I'd like to join him on his yearly trip to his house in Panama. Of course, I said yes. Lou explained to me that him and several others purchased a large piece of land on the island of Bocas. The plan was to sell some of the land and build a large house there for everyone to use. The island is very much a jungle, including everything you would expect in a jungle, and much, much more. Large insects, snakes, wild cats, wild dogs, anteaters, sloths, howler monkeys, and many more. All this would make for a very interesting place to have a vacation home. Fast forward to now, and there is a very large house right on the beach facing Costa Rica. Every year, a bunch of the partners go there and spend a week or two, sometimes more, working on the house. To get to this house, you have to fly into Panama City, then take a small plane to the island. From there, it's about an hour ride through the jungle on a so-called dirt road. Without a four-wheel drive vehicle, you would never make it. The house is becoming a very nice place, but as of now, it is more like camping in luxury. There are no windows, only shutters. The bedrooms are like cabins. You have to sleep in a bug head due to the crazy amount of insects. The bathroom does not have a septic, so it is more like a very nice, large porta potty. The house is solar powered, and there is no sort of electric or telephone wires coming to the house. However, they have set up a satellite phone for emergencies. By the way, the locals have a name for this house and land: Playa Lagarto. And now for my Playa Lagarto experience. The first night was in Panama City, where we went out to eat and went to a casino. My first casino, mind you, and I won $45. The next morning started around 4:30 a.m. Since the night before was daylight savings and we were unaware of this, we arrived at the small airport, which used to be a U.S. military base, about an hour earlier or so for our flight to the island. When I saw the plane, all I could think was, it looks like a shoebox with wings. No big deal, though. So after an hour flight, we were finally on the island where we would spend the next 10 days. One of the partners was there to pick us up and take us to get food and supplies in the very small village on the island. Since we would be in the middle of the jungle, we would need to get everything ahead of time. Once we had everything we needed, we hit the road, or lack thereof. Driving through the jungle was an experience of its own. I was in awe, having never seen a real jungle before. After an hour or so ride, we have arrived at the house. The smile on my face was ear to ear. Right on a mile-long beach, white sand, no neighbors in sight, excluding the remains of the MTV house built for the show, The Island, which was almost washed away by the ocean and the jungle. So at the house, it was simple. Have fun, be careful not to wander off into the abyss, and watch where you step and put your hands, because there are many poisonous things everywhere. Oh, and of course, you must enjoy rum, and lots of it. The planning started right away. We were to build an overhang in the front of the house, stairs in the back up to the top house, and stairs out the back door. The daily plan was to arise along with the sun, eat breakfast, and work until around 4 in the afternoon, at which point we would jump into the ocean, swim down the beach to the freshwater lagoon. Then walk back to the house, grabbing some coconuts for some rum and coconut drinks for everyone. Some days were spent going on hikes into the jungle or ATV rides to the nearest civilization, which was a restaurant ran by locals for the students abroad. This place had the best seafood I've ever had, a lot of which I have never heard of. I met many of the locals, some of whom were natives to the island, and others from all around the world who had found this beautiful place just like Lou had. The natives were Panamanian by government, but truly native to the island. They had their own language and lived off the land. 2 of them would come to work with us for the day, making $10 each, but this was plenty considering they didn't need to pay for much at all. Each and every day I was amazed by the jungle in itself, but everything about the experience was incredible. A truly life-changing experience for me, and I am so glad to have made this trip. And guess what? I was invited back next year. Thank you for listening to my podcast and my amazing trip to Bocas del Toro.